Alright, welcome back to The Rising of the Shield Hero Anime Review, episode number 26. We are here reviewing the 46th episode of the series, The Dragon's Den. Now, I did look it up. This episode, that's from the second half of chapter 6, goes the entirety of chapters 7 and 8, and goes through about halfway through chapter 9. It doesn't finish halfway the chapter per se, but it does get through about halfway the chapter, which got praise it for how much far it got with it. Which you would think, like, okay, since it went that much, like, how much is actually left to go for volume 2? Because they got the volume 9, chapter 9, excuse me. They have not a lot left per se. I mean, if they get the volume 9, they pretty much in a way, like, they have, like, roughly about 7 chapters left to go for the whole entire, for the book to be adapted. And here's the interesting thing about this particular episode. This is only the 9th episode of season 3. Yes, the 9th episode. So, there is presumption we have about 4 more to go for this whole season. Do I think that before the season wraps up, they're going to finish adapting book 12? Yes. Do I think they might get started book 13? That is a maybe. At least got a praise season for this so far. At least they're going through at least 3 books compared to last season, where in 13 episodes, they somehow went through about roughly 4 books. Actually, more like partially 5, but yeah, 4 books. Yeah, it was a bit rushed, and so this episode was actually quite interesting. There is some cuts here per se, but I at least gotta praise the fact it's business all in order. So we pick up right left off last time with a dragon, which left Nafumi's house. So he has Rat and the training lady having her protecting the village from monsters, while pretty much everybody else, well, also Philo's basically fill out the place. So Ren goes with them too, along with pretty much everybody, including Alta and her brother. Everybody goes. They take Philo. Alta basically calms down her curses. And then, of course, they decide to all go in the carriage because basically Philo wants to travel. And then they go to the very village that we saw back in season 1 for the show. They don't show flashbacks to it, but this is implied based upon one flashback here, and it's confirmed in the book. This is the very same village that Ren, in the first season of the show, killed that zombie dragon, and the dragon basically, the death unleashed a plague on the village. And Ren is not really reacting to it very much in the episode, probably because they cut it. This I thought was kind of dumb on the part of them to do that, because from what I can tell, based on what I saw from the book, this is the same village we saw back in season 1. We do confirm that the zombie dragon in this episode was in fact, well, the new girl pop of this season. Turns out that was actually her adoptive father. Yes, who Ren had to kill because he was a zombie. So then, of course, they look around the area. And I think it's a mild reference to the first season of the show with this one. So then they find a small cave, and they go through. At one point, Wonderland basically falls off, though she's caught by Ren. And then they just, as soon as they reach a big opening area, that's where they run into the dragon. Which they fight him for a bit, and then he starts evolving, goes bigger. In fact, they pretty much all of them attack him. By the way, Philo, Multi, and Alta all stay basically behind because Philo is not feeling very well. I mean, Multi is going because Philo is her best friend. Alta because she's the only one who can hold back her experience. And then eventually Philo decides to come to the cave, deciding she's not feeling well, because she's gone to curse mode. Which is the first time she's done this since season 1 of the show. Yeah, we're getting a lot of references to season 1. We barely had references to season 2 of the show. Probably because the director was not a fan of what the director of season 2 did. So we're ignoring some of the stupid stuff season 2 did. And we're just lots of references to season 1. Because anybody who has seen the show knows season 1 was better than season 2. And season 3 is proving the fact that season 2 the animation was good, the voice acting was really good. It just how the story kind of sucked. where they basically had to adapt everything out of order for no reason. The fact some stuff was rushed. Like one book was after a course of like really quickly. Like I think it was like one book I saw. They took up 2 episodes for a book that's about 300 pages. They kind of rushed to it. Yeah, it's you could say watch this season based on the flashback. It's basically the director of the season saying that the director of the previous season sucked his job and basically saying, hey, I'm doing a lot better job than you. I actually follow the frickin' books. You didn't. All you did was set stuff out of order and just did some stuff in the books that was actually really good, but not everything. At least I have stuff in order. You didn't. You sucked. You could say that the director's probably ticked off the fact he didn't come back for season 2, probably because, we need some new direction. Fine. The fact that this season, the previous season of the show, the only reason why this season exists because Crunchyroll asked for it. Because the first season did really well over here. Yes, it did. From what I heard, it was a humongous success over here compared to Japan, where the first season bombed hard. But because here, it did really well, we got these 2 seasons. It took a while. It took about 3 years, but we got seasons 2 and 3. And season 2, I know I'm keep ranting about season 2 where they do stuff, and some stuff is good, some stuff, not everything is all that good per se when it comes to season 2. But this season, it's like you can see, you watch this episode, it's like the director is telling the person in charge of this episode, hey, make references to season 1 because season 2 sucked. Well, it's probably his opinion anyways. When it comes to the writing. That was a big faulty point, was the writing and the fact that too much stuff was skipped. And the fact that I think the director is trying to fix the mistakes that the director of the previous season did. That's what I'm seeing here. So, there we go. So then, of course, the dragon decides to sort of swallow Philo after she goes into from the Philo form to the little girl form. And then he transforms into a black hardened dragon, which he identifies himself as the Emperor Dragon, the King of Monsters, acting like he's Godzilla. And in case you're curious though, did he do this in the book? Yes, he did. And there's also this weird, gross moment where he opens up his chest to see Philo's in there, and he's like, free Philo, like, nah, she's half by my flesh anyways. And they're like, no, she isn't. And then pretty much everybody starts attacking her. And then he's something really weird, where he starts activating the Wrath Curse series, where it's like leveling up to like level 15. Like, what? He's not even acting like he's just he's activating, he's gonna fail. But no, he's activating anyways. Why the heck he's acting like this is complete mystery. And at one point, Nafumi's this is a big explosion off when he lost his big attack, and Nafumi is the only one still standing because of his shield hero. The episode ends with basically very ominous type ending of basically Nafumi versus a dragon, which gotta praise it for that. It's a very interesting ending. I do appreciate the fact they did that. But this episode was really good. Yep. And not many more episodes left to go. Now, my question is this for the show once we wrap up. Are we getting season 4? Because even if they get to book 13, like once they finish adapting book 12, they have roughly 10 books left. And you're like, what? They have 10 books left? Yes, because they have not released books in book 22. Which I read all the books for the series. Yes, I have. And you're thinking, wait. Yeah, book 22. Yeah, book 22, like I mentioned, is the most recent book released. It wasn't necessarily the final book per se. It didn't feel like it anyways. I mean, it only came out just almost 2 years ago. In Japan, it came back in 2019. Which, fun fact, that's when the first season aired. So, last book released over there was when the first season aired. And you're like, what? Yes. Yeah, as far as I can tell, I'm not really sure exactly why this is. It's just basically it's kind of how it is. But yeah, really good stuff here. And also, book 12 starts up a arc known as the Justice arc, which was adapted for this book in particular. Yep. But it also finishes up the Fallen Heroes arc. Fallen Heroes is mostly put basically books just 11 and 11 into book number 2. Yep. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it, particular view. Next up is going to be a couple comic corners, and I'm going to call it a night. Yep. But until you see the next video, bye.